Okay, it's 11:57 or close to it. Basically, it's still technically my birthday, but I decided to give myself the gift of a birthday nap because um, it was on and off storming here, and I couldn't do a live stream because, well, the weather was bad. The internet wasn't really working, so I opted just to get some rest. And I woke up like at 11:30, and I'm like, "Holy crap! Do I still have time for a birthday live stream?" So I figured, why not? I mean, some of my viewers are in a different time zone than the East Coast, so technically speaking, it could still be August 29th where you're listening from right now. We just hit midnight, so technically my birthday is over, but like I said, who cares? We're right there at it. We're right there at it. All right, so we got 10 people up. I'm happy anybody's up right now so we can talk. Like I said, it would have been cool to do this live stream earlier, but due to the weather, hey, what can you do? Also, just let me know if you can see and if you can hear me okay. Can you see and can you hear me okay? That'll be key in this live stream going smoothly. I just checked the weather and it looks like any sort of storming and rain has already stopped. So let's get into it. Yep. Yep. So what y'all want to talk about? If you want to know, what did you do for your birthday? Nothing. Basically, I woke up at like 10 o'clock on the 28th. Then I stayed up until like 11:30 on August 29th. I sat up and I went ahead and I was able to edit all of the videos that I needed to edit, and I got them up on the channel. All the Zatima stuff, the Caught Up, Michael Blackson, House of Payne, all that stuff is on the channel. Then I stayed up and played some video games for a little while, and I'll tell you what happened. The first big birthday gift. So I decided, you know what? Let me go on the lottery website, see what happens. Maybe I'll win something big. So, oh yeah, I actually shook my Magic 8 Ball, and I'm like, okay, Magic 8 Ball, will I win something from the lottery? And it said, without a doubt. So I deposited a couple $100 on my account, and I went to one of my favorite games, and I'm like, okay, I want to play $20 plays, which is the max. First try, $540. And I'm like, okay, I'm good. I cashed out. So I'm like, first birthday gift, over $500. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Also, let me do something a little differently. I want to see if I can do a live stream on Instagram and on YouTube at the same time. That'll be pretty cool. Because I ain't talking about nothing. Plus, we can go ahead and get a couple different live streams on at the same time. That'll be cool. I need to get my setup here. So, hope everybody's doing well. I need to find a dang slinky. Haven't can move this the chat. But while I'm waiting to get the Instagram live set up, how did y'all like Caught Up in the Michael Blackson show? Did y'all like that? Oh man. Oh yeah, happy birthday. You sound great. Okay, that's good. That's good. I actually just saw okay, so I'm doing something differently now. I decided to, hey, I'll do a live stream on Instagram and on YouTube at the same time, celebrate the birthday. I know technically my birthday ended about 2 minutes ago, but the thing is, I decided to take a nice nap. I wanted to live stream a lot earlier than this, but weather was not working in my favor. So I figured, with the rain and everything, let me go ahead and take a nap. So I gave myself a birthday nap, and I was out for about 2.5 hours. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And we are going to talk pretty much about anything. If you want to talk about Caught Up, the Michael Blackson show, House of Payne, Zatima, we can do that. I recorded and posted all of my reviews to my channel yesterday. So all of those reviews and commentary, if you want my full thoughts, you can go in there and check them out. If you wanted to know what happened on my birthday, I worked and I slept. Didn't even get a cupcake. I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed in myself for that. I ain't even want a cake. I just wanted a cupcake, and I didn't even get that. Dang, that sucks. I mean, but I had to get this work done though. I had to get the work done though. Maybe I'll get a cupcake from Walmart or something later this week. But yeah, that's pretty much how the birthday went. You all benefited more than I did. You got a crap ton of content, and yeah, so there's that. So like I said, I'm bouncing back between YouTube and Instagram Live. And did you check your inbox? I got a lot of messages today, so I did look at some of them. All right, on the YouTube side, somebody asked me about the Michael Blackson show. Where's the Michael Blackson show? It's on BET Plus. You should do All the Queen's Men. I did season 1. That's something. The Oval returns October. Yeah, I predicted that a long time ago, about 4 months ago to be exact. I haven't watched Michael Blackson, but Caught Up was good. Caught Up, I felt it has potential, but I couldn't help but compare the Jazzy and Wayne affair. I guess, well, isn't an affair if you're not married to someone. I know, technically Jazzy was like a side chick or side piece, while Whitney was like Wayne's main girl, college sweetheart, baby mama turned fiance. My question is, there were a lot of, I mean, it was only 4 episodes, so I know they weren't going to get it to every single thing at once, but in the first scene, Wayne is giving Jazzy a new house. So just does she decide not to take the house? Because I think like the next day or so, that's when she sees her dad reading the paper, and the paper says that Wayne's getting engaged. So I was kind of confused about that. Do you think Caught Up will get an episode 5? I think that BET Plus was doing like a test run to see how fans would respond to the shows. Michael Blackson Caught Up. And if the first 4 episodes got a decent number of streams, then they will probably decide, okay, so the test season did well. What I'll do from there is do a season 2 with more episodes. That's pretty much my thought process with that. I'm not 100% sure how it would go, but that's just my guess. Right, like they really didn't touch on the house. Plus, wasn't there a guy named Darius? Wasn't Darius the one who ran into Jazzy at the beginning of episode 3 when she's doing some birthday shopping for herself, and he helps her, gives her bags, and he flirts with her and follows her on social media? I thought that perhaps he would have been the potential love interest to throw her off of Wayne, but instead it was that guy, Little Smoke. Hey, if you got a question, feel free to ask. Like I said, I'm bouncing between the YouTube chat and the Instagram chat. And on Instagram, I forgot if I mentioned this, but I wanted to do a live stream a few hours ago, but it was actually storming here and the Wi-Fi was kind of glitching. So I figured, what's the point of doing a live if the live stream is just going to crash? So I took a nap, and now we're doing it now. There we go. Add you. I don't want to add you just because I feel like that might mess up the internet thing. I don't know why that's been a thing on Instagram Live, but almost every time I add someone, the connection just messes up. So if you type your question, I'll be more than happy to answer for you. Thank you, Vanessa, for the birthday wishes. Thank you for that. The Michael Blackson show, I think I wanted to like it, but I felt like it didn't really do it for me. I think that the funniest part was at the end of episode 1, because Mr. Black goes into class, he turns his back like he was warned not to do, and he gets pelted with like paper and eggs and whatnot. Then the class decides to roast him, but then from there, he just wrecks the entire class. He just roasts them to he just roasted the class so bad that they were blacker than he was. And then Randolph comes in, and then that's the end of the episode. So it's kind of bad though when your show is supposed to be more of a comedy, or sitcom, and the funniest scene is at the end of episode 1. So then the next couple episodes are kind of meh. I mean, I do like that they were kind of building up a story, but you can only do so much in 4 episodes. I think that honestly, episode 4 was probably my favorite episode, though. I think it did a good job tackling subjects of, like bullying and, children being abused by their parents, not necessarily sexual, but, like mentally and emotionally, and how, typically the home environment creates bullies, hence why they go to school to pick on those weaker than them. The fact that they touched on the family aspect of the job skills class not really having strong family dynamics, but they decide to become their own tribe by the end of the season. So that was pretty cool. So I'd say episode 4, while not the funniest, was probably my favorite episode. But yeah, I'm not like crazy about, oh yeah, I want a season 2. I thought it was okay, but kind of ironic that you have the Michael Blackson show ending with what's his name, Rodney, that was Bruno's dad, like, no, he's coming to the school to kill, you and me. And then they're like, lock the doors. And then in the Caught Up series, when Little Smoke and Jazzy are about to get it on, you got Wayne banging on the door. So I thought that was pretty cool to end both shows with quite the cliffhanger to have people intrigued to know what's going on next. Yeah. Somebody asked me, do you think Zach and Fatima are a good couple? I actually had a interesting discussion with another fan a few hours ago, and we were talking about the House of Payne clip that dropped when Laura breaks the broom, where she talks about how she doesn't want to jump the broom because of what it symbolizes and this, that, and the third. And she doesn't want to be Curtis and Ella. And I think I might have brought this up years ago, but I don't think that Ella and Curtis are a great couple, or at the very least, a couple that I would want to emulate in a relationship / marriage. I think that honestly, believe it or not, I think Janine and CJ have a better, or they're a better example of a relationship than Curtis and Ella. And I feel like that's going to be a divisive topic that I'd love to cover in a video or a separate live stream, but I feel like it has some merit to it. Very good discussion. I keep forgetting that. Okay, so today is Wednesday, so tomorrow this time I should be wide awake that way to anticipate Zatima. I don't know if I want to wait till 3 a.m. though. I mean, if my sleeping pattern dictates it, I will be awake to watch it. But if they uploaded it at 2 a.m. instead, that would actually be a miracle. 3 a.m. just feels so, and I know I'm on the East Coast, so it's 3 a.m. It's not like midnight or whatever it is on the West Coast. And I don't have Apple TV. I just got BET Plus and Amazon Prime. Don't touch that boot. I mean, we did hit 100,000 likes on TikTok. That was pretty cool. I need to be more proactive on that platform as well. I'll post more to TikTok. Any other questions or any subjects y'all want to talk about? Any particular highlights from it's 11/13? Where that's why I did the live stream. I'm like, dang it. Technically, it's not my birthday, but I'm like, I'm on the East Coast, so other people are in different time zones. So technically, it's still August 29th somewhere. Oh, thank you, David. Happy birthday. Thank you. August has just been a tough month, with the YouTube demonetization thing, but thankfully the new channel monetized, is making decent money. eBay saving grace, that's really helped to make up the difference. So financially doing good. I'm just mad that the money from July is still on hold and it's up to YouTube's discretion if I get it or not. So that's pretty messed up. But like I said, I'm just thankful that I've always had the thought process of never put all of your eggs into one basket. So when the YouTube thing fizzled out, I was able to jump to another platform and keep on trucking. But like I said, I can't wait to reapply to the program on my main channel in about a couple of months, but that's later on. Plus, I think by now the new channel will be making even more money. I'll tell you again tomorrow. Haha. Oh yeah, that's right. Tomorrow, different time zones. It is still the 29th in Cali, so happy birthday to you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 'Cause I think it's what, like 9 something in California. 'Cause I think California is 3 hours behind. Um, Trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. I'm really low key, so it's not like I did much. I know my sister's birthday is on Friday, and she's off all next week, so maybe we'll go do something then. And by do something, go out, get some food, and come back to the house. Pretty much that's it. It's 9:15. Yeah, it's still August 29th somewhere. I think Caught Up for me, it just had too many elements. But Caught Up is basically if Tyler took Andy and Gary's affair from season 1 and gave it its own show. That's basically what Caught Up is. Because I will say, did anybody watch the movie with Tony from Zatima? I forgot that he was in a movie. But look, let me put it this way. I am very happy for the number of Tyler Perry actors who have had their own BET Plus shows or their own BET Plus movies come out. I feel like there's an overwhelming amount. Calvin from Sisters was in a movie recently. Also, wasn't he in a movie with Bill from Bruh? Hayden just had the new movie with Carrie Hilson. I'm not a Thriller fan, but part of me wants to watch it because it's Carrie Hilson. Tony from Zatima got a movie. I don't know why every movie got to be a thriller. That's not my genre. The only thriller I like is Michael Jackson's Thriller and Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. Everything else, I'm good. I'm in the state of VA. Also, it's pretty cool when a bunch of companies send you just birthday emails. Even my college, Liberty, sent, like a personal video to alumni who have birthdays. But I remember back in the day, like you would get an email and you can print it out and you can go to the cafeteria, hand it to one of the ladies who worked there or one of the workers, and then you would get like balloons and an ice cream cake. So I also love that, but that was years ago. That kind of sucks that you don't kind of get those treatments now, unless you're like in a certain area where you go somewhere on your birthday, you get like a free meal or something. But remember, I live in the middle of nowhere. Ever been to DC? Once on a leadership trip in college. Yeah, Crystal would praise this. I know that was a while ago, but yeah, didn't she make it on the iTunes charts or something with her song? I think that 2023 has been a very solid year for Crystal, from Keep It Positive Sweetie to Praise This, magazine covers and things like that. Zatima's growing success. So yeah, just kudos to her. And I really love seeing her get her own YouTube platform, because I love to see, I love knowing Tyler Perry actors from more than just Tyler Perry shows when they got their own platforms to make their own content, which is perfect for her to do that, especially before the writer's strike and whatnot, to be able to have her own YouTube show of sorts. So that's pretty cool. Plus, I think they just wrapped up season 1 and I missed a few episodes. I need to go back and watch. So again, support Crystal's show, Keep It Positive Sweetie. It's still the 29th in Texas. Yep, there you go. There you go. I think Caught Up, it's just Caught Up is one of those shows where I'm glad it's not 40 minutes. That's why, even though I gave it a 6 out of 10, I didn't mind the show, because I'm like, look, it's only here for less than half an hour. You can binge it in one session and it's good to go. It's just that I wish that it kind of did something to set itself apart from the sister season 1 storyline. And say what you want to, I said this in my review, but I think Caught Up is pretty much a reworking of my spinoff pitch for Jasmine in season 1. You got Jasmine Brown playing a character named Jazzy. You got Jasmine from Sisters who just so happened to be married to a former professional athlete who gets into an affair with another woman, just like Andy, Gary, and Jasmine. Seriously, if you go watch my video, no. But the comparisons aside, I just love the fact that, if I'm not mistaken, the Michael Blackson show was produced at Tyler Perry Studios. Mark Swinton, who is known for a lot of writing on and directing in like Assisted Living and House of Payne, wrote the show. I think Tyler Perry was producer. And then you have Natalie from If Loving You Is Wrong in there. You have Peanut from House of Pain. Then when it comes to Caught Up, you have Deja Jasmine Brown from Sisters and Zatima, who has her own show that was created by her and Tyler Perry. So regardless of how I feel about the shows, I'm always going to give props to Tyler Perry for creating new shows and movies that allow his present and past actors to show their chops, because I think that Caught Up was I liked it more for the comedic aspect of it, mainly because since the episodes are so short, we don't spend too much time on a joke. A joke happens and it hits, sometimes they don't. I loved Toya, I think is the name of Jazzy's cousin in jail. She comes in for like a couple of minutes on the phone. She has her moments and that's it, because we spend like 99% of an episode from Jazzy's perspective, and then we get like a 1 minute play-by-play with Toya and she gives her feedback. And that works compared to, let's say, a 5 minute cutaway to Maurice and Calvin, or let's say we spend our time with too many other characters. I like that Caught Up has a condensed cast. We focus on the Jazzy angle, and that's it. There's not like 3 other main characters we're splitting time with. Michael Blackson, I think that, like I said, there's only 4 episodes, but in most shows where you have like a classroom full of students, you're only going to focus on a couple of them, So I felt like, what was his name? It began with a C. The guy that was the white nerd, I forgot his name. And then we focused on, Bruno and a couple of people in the Michael Blackson class, but that's it. The show, I think the Steve Harvey Show, classic, of course. And then Netflix, they did Mr. Iglesias. Honestly, I felt like after the first season and a half, the show fizzled out. I did watch the entire thing, but I felt like after, most shows, sadly, once they hit like season 3 or something, they kind of fall off. I just hate when they take a character, they take like one personality trait and they focus just on that. Like, oh, this character is an activist, or this character is this ethnicity or whatever, as opposed to what makes them, stand out and funny when they were first introduced. I heard that Calvin isn't in season 7. I don't know if that's true. I know that Sabrina has a new love interest in season 7. What happened to Julius on If Loving You Is Wrong? I have no idea. Remember, there are a bunch of characters who were never seen again, but they may have been mentioned in the final season. This was supposed to be a bottle of Welch's Sparkling, but I didn't go anywhere yesterday. Did do pretty good. Got some Pokemon cards from Amazon, and I pulled like a very expensive card, so that was a cool birthday present. Honestly, this is like the 4th one I pulled. I know the value of it probably went down because it's from like 2 sets ago. Let's see. We can keep the conversation going. Any other questions or, things like that you want to talk about? Because depending on the weather, I can definitely do a live stream either Thursday or Friday of this week to talk about Zatima, because I hopefully will have the same thing going on, where we have Zatima drop and I do my reviews early in the morning, and then later on that night I can do a live stream. Do any of y'all follow Toya Turnup? Yeah, Jasmine posted about that on her social media. And I followed it today. I've not watched anything yet, but I did follow the page, so I will definitely check it out. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think I read somewhere that's like her on stage persona sometimes, and she definitely gives me the um Niecy from Babs energy. I felt like Jazzy or Jasmine did a good job portraying the main character in her love life versus the more comedic, rowdy Toya. So I think Caught Up has potential, but I'm waiting for that thing that sets it apart from Sisters, or more specifically, the Andy and Gary storyline. So I am intrigued to see, how that goes next. I do like the way they implement like text messages, the inner monologues of Jazzy. It gives me Garfield. I'm a fan of cartoons like Garfield. So, like the inner monologues of Garfield, I kind of feel like when Jazzy's talking to somebody and we get what's really going on in her mind, that's pretty funny. Also, she lives with her parents, which is very relatable, sadly. But damn, they strict. But then again, aren't they like Caribbean or something? So I hear they are very strict. Yeah. Yeah. Um let's see, what else is there? I'm not tired, but yes, you could tell I woke up like an hour ago. Actually, 55 minutes. Zatima, I am very, very anxious to watch the couch session when they're in Dr. Reed's office. Why is Zach and Fatima falling for that fake? Yeah, I mean, I don't care what an email says. Like, if you got a test, we're going to the doctor together and we're going to wait for the results together as well. Karen has lied so many times at this point that I I've been over the what season we're in now? What, season 6? And the storyline of the baby crap happened at the end of season 3. It's beyond played out, and I think the character of Karen deserves a lot better than the "Hey, you're my baby daddy" storyline. The character has a lot more to offer than that. Um, man, honestly, I'm looking forward to doing this House of Pain video where I talk about Curtis and Ella. Also, there is a video I recorded last week, but it's going to take a bit of editing. What was it? The week before last, when All the Queen's Men was mentioned in the House of Pain episode. Basically, All the Queen's Men is a show within the House of Pain continuity. And I figured, wow, that's pretty interesting because we've had a reference to Ruthless being a show on BET Plus in Zatima. So it would be fun to do a video where I talk about the Tyler Perry television multiverse, because there was this video on a channel named Mr. Nostalgic, and he did a video about the Disney Channel multiverse, and it's pretty expansive, where he took a look. He's not the originator of the concept, but he was inspired by a video that he saw, but there were some holes in the theory. But basically, he talks about how every Disney Channel show is either connected or how they're on different Earths and how they connect to like TGIF and a bunch of other franchises. So I figured, why not do something like that for the Tyler Perry shows? Because a lot of people have asked me for years, Jeremy, do a video that breaks down how the entire Tyler Perry cinematic universe is connected. And since we live in a day and age of the multiverse, if you watch comic book movies and whatnot, it felt like the right time. And just so you know, good night, chat. Thanks for joining in. And just so you know, I didn't watch every single episode, every single show. No, I pretty much went off of facts because it's pretty cool. Think about it this way. House of Pain is connected to so many shows, but because All the Queen's Men is a television show in their reality, All the Queen's Men, Zatima, Sisters, Bruh, they're all on their own separate Earth. And then since Ruthless is a television show in Zatima, we can automatically, tell that the Oval and Ruthless take place on their own separate Earth. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, thank you. And you have a wonderful night, even though I'm probably going to be up the rest of the night. Yeah, the multiverse video is the only video I need to edit. The baby daddy storyline and the Q stuff has been going on way too long. I think the Q stuff gets wrapped up this season. Like I said, I'm just hanging in there until season 7 because we're going to get new writers. So I really am impressed by the season 7 character roster. We're going to get some new characters who will, I think, breathe new life into a lot of the characters who have been rather stagnant in the series, where they've just been too one note. So even though it's season 7, when we had to wait this long to revitalize the series that late in the game and hopefully build up fan interest, I feel like it's a win. Got to give props to Tyler Perry for carrying the torch this long, but I'm just glad that we're finally going to, based off what I've seen, hopefully see characters like Sabrina, Andy have new things to do with their characters. Okay, we still got a decent amount of people on YouTube and here. I feel like they should have the Alex character return in House of Pain. Are you talking about, if I'm not mistaken, Hernandez? She was the across the street neighbor of Malik, like the first girlfriend. I said that a couple years back. That would be pretty interesting to have her come up for like an episode, and you know, kind of like when Calvin was married, the Hernandez women were kind of a temptation for him. Because when you really think about it, I feel like that would be a great storyline because of the fact that Lisa and Malik, they just argue way too much over nothing. So to have Malik presented with a ghost from girlfriend's past, someone who just, it seems easier with her, that would be pretty that'd be pretty interesting. Sabrina's going to Wakanda. I ain't gonna lie, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool, to have a new set change and new location. Because like Bio said, I'm expecting a return on my investment. And Sabrina's like, what? And look, I'm not saying he should talk to her like that, but it's like they warned Sabrina, like, first of all, you barely know this dude. And secondly, you couldn't just expect to borrow 1.5 million and not expect him to want something back in return. So yeah, you kind of walked into that one yourself. Malik is almost a new Calvin. See, what I liked about the recent episodes of House of Pain, like for example, when Jasmine, Calvin, and Malik talked about depression and whatnot, that was originally what I thought this series was going to be about during the reboot, where we would have the younger characters, more, older now, and they're dealing with different problems because of their age and where they're at in life. But instead, we just got a flat season 9 where it just felt like none of the characters grew at all. And like, for example, the week before last, you had CJ and Janine teaching a lesson um, to Malik and Lisa about, communication. And I'm like, yeah, I thought that Janine and CJ were going to be the new Curtis and Ella, and Malik was the new Calvin, but no, that didn't really happen. Yeah, prayers up for Florida and anyone else going through some crazy weather. Because wasn't it last week when like the West Coast dealt with hurricanes and earthquakes, and man, it's crazy. Karen needs something else to do. Yeah, yeah. I can't wait for what is it? The movie that Kerry Washington, Ebony Obsidian, 6888, I believe, the Netflix film that's going to like depict, a group of important Black women during one of the wars. Because based on the behind the scenes stuff, number one, it just seems like Tyler Perry definitely took his time on this project, and they are in a number of different set locations. I mean, like across the world, not just in Tyler Perry studio property. World War II. Thank you. That looks pretty good. Um, Definitely can't wait to see, a different brand of acting chops from Ebony, who, in my opinion, is one of the best actors on Sisters. Mainly, look, feel how you want to feel about Karen. But I always say that despite me not liking her character all that much, Tyler at least has that character emote a range of emotions. So, um, Ebony is able to portray anger, rage, bitterness, and whatnot to a different level. Yeah. KJ Smith is a good actor too. Don't get me wrong. It's just that Andy really is, kind of one note. We only really see her. My favorite Andy moments are when she's in boss mode, when she's like, killing it at her job. She's putting one of the men in their place. But with Karen, we just see a lot more emotion in terms like the crying and whatnot. I'm sorry, but they had Andy screaming just way too much in season 6. Karen! And then when she shot Fatima, no! That damn salon episode with the fire, that was just crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, of course, we got some classic. I think Zatima is where DeVal has been shining in terms of the acting. Just incredible with the acting up. The emotion, the rage, and whatnot. And it looks like as season 2 goes on, we're going to see some very good emotional acting from him as well. Yes, Crystal is a great actress too. I think my problem with Fatima, and I know people are going to like, oh, here you go. No, hear me out. I think that when Fatima became way too Madea and gangster-like, that's when I stopped feeling the appeal of the character. The character of Fatima, I have liked her a lot more in Sister Season 6. I feel like that was kind of a reboot of how I felt about her in season 5. Because in season 5, you all know I was not a Fatima fan. But season 6, it's like, Tyler, you got me back. But I did like season 6 in terms of me being able to see why Fatima felt the way she did, as opposed to her just bullying. And I will not say anything otherwise, because I will stand 10 toes deep. I felt like she was a bully to Zach. She was pretty much just like Karen, belittling him and whatnot. But season 6, we actually see why she feels the way she feels. Does she handle every situation the right way? Not necessarily, but I do feel like there's a lot more understanding. And like DeVal said in our Twitter space, once we see Zatima season 2B, we'll have a better understanding as to why he's acting the way he is in season 6. Who else is a good actor on the show? My mom loves Danny. I mean, you know how I feel. I'm kind of meh towards the character at times, but a lot of times my mom is like, yep, I love Danny. She's my favorite. Actually, give me a second. Oops. Trying to see what the battery. Okay, never mind. I got a notification. I thought that the battery was low because I don't have my phone charged up, but it's still over 40%. So we're good. We're good. Hayden's not. I was about to talk about Gary and Hayden. Gary was just so annoying in season 1. I think that despite me not really being a huge fan of some of these characters, I do like how Tyler kind of shifted their personalities to kind of make it so Gary and Hayden, I like their dynamic more than the constant back and forth between Gary and Andy. Because I've said this like for the past couple seasons that Gary and Hayden have become like Saturday morning cartoon villains as opposed to major players and sisters. And I know it's hard to believe, but if you remember season 2, when was Hayden introduced? Was it season 2, right? Hayden was nice. I know it's hard to believe, but Hayden was actually kind of nice. But then Tyler just decided to warp him into Randall from Recess, a little snitch that you want to just beat the crap out of. And now he's just like a ridiculous. And I actually feel bad for the character at times. Like I said, I mean, the Hayden and what's her name? Tosh. Gosh. Forgive me for forgetting names. I mean, me of all people forgetting name. Tanya, look, what was it? A few days ago, I binged 10 episodes at once in one sitting, caught up, Michael Blackson in House of Payne. I watched all the episodes back to back to back to back to back. So if I forget the names that I've been saying for months, I'm sorry. I'm only human. But basically, Hayden and the girl that's setting him up, I was cheering for their relationship more than Zach and Fatima. Blasphemy. Yeah, I said it. Tamara. Thank you, Tamara. Who else is a good actor? Or at least someone I want. I think Anthony Dalton is a great actor. It's just that Calvin, I'm just tired of the character because I've seen Anthony in a number of other projects and he's really good. It's just that Calvin, I don't think there's a lot of story or depth we can really bring to the character. I think Brian as Maurice is a good character, but I just stopped liking him after season 2. I think it's one of those situations where the Q storyline just messed things up very badly. You know how a lot of TV shows, like their last or next to last season, was just bad because the writing was off or the characters just start regressing and whatnot. It's the fact that, no, it just doesn't do it for me. I think somebody said Aaron is wooden and Gary is wooden. I think it's really the material because I've seen some of these actors in different projects and they are really good. Like, for example, Barry from The Oval is a very good example of this because in season 1, not the best acting. Season 2, a little bit better. But when you think of Barry, it's just the same thing. You need to help me find my daughter. Sharon, you with this punk? That's pretty much all his character was. But as soon as I saw Vaughn in the game reboot, I'm like, that guy can act. It's just that sometimes it's the direction and the material, not the actor. A lot of them were good, then they went down. See, that's the problem, though. It's like after the first season or so of Sisters, a lot of these characters just became completely one note. They lost a lot of the character drive. Like Aaron in season 1 was really good because he was a man of mystery. He was the man that people wanted to figure out. Okay, people keep sending me pictures of these Ebony with a baby bump, but most of these pictures are from different television shows and whatnot, as opposed to Sisters. So, no, as far as I know, I have not seen. I don't think I've seen any behind the scenes of season 7 aside from KJ and Fatima. That's it. I think Gary was in a couple of photos, but that's it. Tyler Lepley got better. Yes, Tyler Lepley. He's the Haves and the Have-Nots was his first gig, but on Harlem, and hasn't he been in a couple of TV movies and whatnot? Well, I don't watch the show. What's it called? The stripper show. I forgot the name. I know it's a big show. Crap. P Valley, right? P Valley, yeah. Yeah, somebody said P Valley. Yeah, I've seen a couple of clips just to see what is that. Tyler Lepley definitely improved. Definitely, yeah. But that's the great thing. I just love seeing that. Robin is the typical suave guy. Bro, the fact that he was Hamilton in Hamilton, he automatically like shot up the ranking for some of my favorite Tyler Perry actors. Really cool, dude. We chatted like a couple of times, but I believe it or not, I know this is a controversial opinion, but Austin Scott portraying Willie Earl is probably, I think I liked him better as Willie Earl than Robin, simply because you just hated that character and he played it so well. Willie Earl was just like the music in Jazzman's Blues, loved it. But the thing I took away from that movie was Willie Earl, you can just man, I hate you. But he was talented, the way he was playing the trumpet. I can't play an instrument, but yeah, he was really good in that. And I hope that Tyler puts him in other if he's not in more Tyler Perry projects, I hope he's in other movies and shows because he can act. He can act his ass off. But yeah, Tyler Lepley, he's in a Amazon Prime film that Tyler Perry recorded. A few people sent me information on there's another Tyler Perry project coming out that Oh, actually, here's a link here. Somebody sent me. 1 second. Intimate Tyler Perry documentary, Maxine's Baby Headed to Prime. Yeah, I think this is probably, excuse me, the result of Tyler handing the reins to other writers and directors, that he's able to focus more on his own, like, I guess you could say, passion projects like films and documentaries. And I'm here for that, you know. I believe the Oval is coming back in October. I don't have official confirmation, but I speculated that a few months ago with the beautiful Cat Graham. I feel like I should know that name. Cat Graham. I don't know who Cat Graham. The name sounds familiar. I can't put a face to it. Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you. Kind of mad. I know this sounds weird, but does anybody else buy their own birthday cards? I used to do that when I was a kid, teenager, but then I just stopped. Buy myself a birthday card. I don't put money in it though, because I just, but that's something I need to do. But money has been tight the past month, but thankfully I'm doing good now. eBay's been blowing up like usual, so I will buy myself something nice soon. Nothing too crazy, but I will buy myself something nice. I got Amazon stuff in the mail, but it was, like I said, Pokemon cards and a new cord for my microphone, trash bags, shipping tape. Okay, most of that stuff is work related, but still. I don't know. I haven't had a birthday. Okay, if you don't count, like, if you work for a company, then they'll give you a card or something like that. I mean, like, just a cool card. Next year is 33. Hopefully I'll be in the house by then, so that'll be pretty cool. Maybe I'll do something then. Team Virgo. Yeah. Wow, to actually have more likes than people watching the live stream is a first in quite a while, so that's pretty cool. So if you're just tuning into the live, thank you for the birthday wishes, and just please watch the content on My Kind of Entertainment, because we are over 5,000 subscribers. We're about to hit 700,000 views. There are over 100 videos on that channel. Ad revenue is steady, because I figured this, with no sisters, I knew this would be like a slow period anyway, but we're still making decent money, so that's going to help out. What else is there? I'm not ending the live stream. I'm just thinking, like, what else is there to talk about? I think I covered everything, really, all the shows and whatnot. But yeah, I'm thankful that this week I only need to focus on House of Payne and Zatima, or any other random news that comes up, because thankfully I knocked out the other two shows. And yeah, if I'm not mistaken, House of Payne only has a couple more weeks left. Where is your accent from? Do I have an accent? I don't really think I do. This is my I'm like Zach. It's like, this is my tired voice. Like Fatima was like, look, I know what his I'm in love voice sounds like. And I'm like, Zach just woke up and got on the phone with Karen. It's not like he's throwing on the romance, the charm. He's tired. I live in the country, but I don't know. I don't think I have like a strong country accent. I know when I first went to Lynchburg for college, people said I had an accent, but I don't know. Plus, what is it? My nephew put me onto that show, Big City Greens. I just listen to them like, yeah, they country. I'm so in the woods. Like, if I think 10 minutes from the house, there's a whole Amish community. It's pretty much Little House on the Prairie in real life, which I think is cool. Where I live, we're like 20 minutes from town or civilization. So like, Walmart is the mall, just to put in perspective how small a town I'm from. Walmart's the mall. La Carreta. I don't even eat Mexican, but that's like the biggest restaurant in town. We just got a Starbucks last year, and people are like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't drink coffee, so I'll never go. What else is there? Yeah. So the Instagram live, anybody else want to add a question? Because I don't mean to cut it on Instagram because my battery might die soon. So Tima has a great start. I hope we get more in depth in Fatima's character or background. You have a very nice radio voice. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's my favorite part about Fatima's parents showing up. We can get more depth to her character as well. October, I think, is when the Oval comes back. Yeah, what did y'all put? I don't know if y'all saw the video I did, but like the post I did about your Tyler Perry Mount Rushmore, your 4 favorite Tyler Perry projects. I put like the first season or 2 of Haves and Have Nots, Zatima season 1, Why Did I Get Married, the play, and Medea Witness Protection. Is it the best Tyler Perry movie? No, but it's the one I enjoyed probably the most because of the fact that it's different than what I'm used to from Tyler Perry content. Somebody asked me this earlier. No, I did not receive an email or letter from Tyler Perry Studios for my birthday. I think one year they sent me a shirt. I think it was either Tyler Perry Studios or it was one of the actors that sent me a shirt. I forgot, but I still have the shirt. I know it was a Tyler Perry Studios shirt, but yeah, that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, I need to do a video about that. How many times have I been on television? I think 3. Hasn't it been 3? I know I was on like Own, the shows you love, the Haves and the Have Nots, the the Final Temptation or something. Then I was also on the news once. Technically, it was a meme I made, and I had a caption that was a remake of "This Is How We Do It," and it made it on the news in West Virginia, of all places. I knew somebody from college that worked at the station, and I randomly submitted it. I feel like it was more than 3 though, but I can't remember. I know at least twice I was on the OWN network. I just watched the short recently you posted 2 weeks ago, and you basically said we still going to be dealing with the DNA crap. Yeah, in season 7, she's going to go for another DNA test, so we're still dealing with it. Fatima thinks he's always channeling his inner Denzel. Are you talking about Zach or somebody else? King Kong ain't got nothing on me. A winky dinky do. Oh, Zach. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. You're just like my mother. Get out. Oh, thank you. Somebody sent me a donation on PayPal. I appreciate that. I haven't looked through my messages yet. You know me, I'm saving up for this house. I did get an email and phone call today, and things are actually looking good, but I need to wait a couple more weeks. I would replace that play on my Mount Rushmore. I'm not sure what I would replace it with. Yeah, to me, Why Did I Get Married is the best play. I know that Tyler said Class Reunion was one of his least favorites, but I love it. I am a bit biased, though. I have not seen every single play, though. Mainly like the later ones. They both from New York, too. Oh, no wonder they clicked. No, I did not know that. I didn't know Crystal and DeVal were both from New York, so it makes sense. Brooklyn? I don't know where they're from, but I know that New York people say Brooklyn a lot. They both from you meant Denzel is from New York. That's cool. Okay. All right, Fatima, you want to pack up your things and leave? Go ahead. Oh yeah, somebody asked me. I will do a full version of the Fallen parody. I just have not did the vocals yet. Yeah, because everybody wants to hear my vocals. Well, yeah, I did the lyrics last week because I figured, I know a lot of people will want to hear a full version of it. But the fact that I made Crystal laugh was like the icing on the cake. I think I said something like, "Hey, if a couple hundred people like this video, then I'll do it." But the fact that Crystal was laughing, I'm like, okay, I got to do a full version at some point. But like I said, I just got to do the vocals. And like I said, I would love to do the music for it, but I feel like if I added the instrumental to my vocals, it would instantly get like blocked. And I'm not just talking YouTube, I mean like on any platform. I meant Deval and Denzel. I thought you liked Madea Goes to. I love Madea Goes to Jail, but I mean, like in terms of one I would rewatch, it would be Why Did I Get Married? I have the most attachment to that one because you had Curtis from. Yes, I know Curtis and Ella were in Madea Goes to Jail. I feel like Madea Goes to Jail is like asking what your favorite Prince song is, and you say Purple Rain. It's just like the one everybody gravitates to. I think that, Why Did I Get Married told a good story, and the songs were good, the cast were great, and I liked it. Madea Goes to Jail is iconic, and most people know it for the Madea talking about the parts of a tree being like people in your life. But I think it had one of the best musical sections of Tyler Perry plays. When the characters, typically there's a song here and there, but then there's like part of the play where it's like a medley of songs. I think that has one of the best medleys, but I think that Why Did I Get Married just stands out. And like I said, it's fun to look at those old plays and you just see a bunch of familiar faces when they were fresh on the scene, or at least fresh on the scene in the Tyler Perry verse, if you will. And then, they've blown, some of them blown up to bigger and better shows or movies, or some of them are back at Tyler Perry Studios now. Like you got Sonny in All the Queen's Men. You have Cheryl Pepsi Riley popping up in the House of Payne reboot, Curtis and Ella, of course, and the list goes on. I know in an interview once, DeVal said he would love to be in like a Madea movie or something. I'm not saying All the Queen's Men is bad. Okay, this is the last thing I want to say on the Instagram live because the battery is at 20%. Season 1, I was going to have my reviews up within 48 hours of the show being on BET Plus, but I heard from a number of other YouTubers that the team behind the show were taking down their videos because of the fact that they felt that it spoiled the series for some reason. And I thought, oh, wait, what? So 2 weeks after the episodes were available, I put up my reviews, and then I kept hearing stories of people getting their content pulled. And I'm like, I don't want to run the risk of my channel being taken down because of strikes or something. So I just stopped reviewing the show. So that's why I don't watch the show or review it. I know it's good. I've heard a lot of positive things, but well, technically I'm dealing with demonetization now from different reasons, but still. So that's why I don't watch the show. Plus, it's not my genre. It really isn't. I mean, even though technically it is in the Tyler Perry sisterverse, it just isn't. I mean, if Fatima popped up in an episode, oh, I'll review that. But, so that's the reason. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up things on my Instagram live because my battery is dying on the phone. But thank you for the birthday wishes. As always, go to My Kind of Entertainment, the new YouTube channel, to watch the content. There are over 100 videos there. Basically, it's just like what I would post on my main channel, but it's on a new platform or a new channel. So, just go over there. But hope everybody on the Instagram side has a great day. I will try to do another live stream later this week after Zatima has become available on BET Plus. And yes, I will be saving this live. So have a great night. One moment. Okay, so folks, if you're on YouTube, remember this one's still going. I just ended the live stream on Instagram. Get my charger now. All right. Okay, that's done. Now back to YouTube. That was pretty cool. I might do that next time. That way I don't have to jump to like, okay, I need to do the same live stream twice. I'll probably just do both of them at the same time. Yeah, so for the YouTube people, first of all, damn, it's been over an hour. I didn't know it was 1 o'clock already. Dun, 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 dun. I want to see Blue Beetle. That's a movie I want to see. But I'm just so accustomed nowadays to everything being on streaming or digital. It's like, what's the point of spending money at the movie theater? But yeah, any other questions or things you want to talk about? Because, now's the time to ask questions. Okay. All right. Well, if there are no more questions, I hope everybody has a great night. Maybe I'll pop on our kind of entertainment just to see if anybody's awake over there and go from there. But everybody, again, thanks so much for tuning into this live stream. Thanks for the birthday wishes. And I will catch you all either Thursday or Friday so we can talk about Zatima. Oh, Quincy on Haves and Have Nots is scary. Yeah, he was one of the best villains. Yep. All right. Well, have a great night. I'll talk to you soon.